All right, guys. So this video is gonna be slightly different. I want this channel to be just overall about how to become a better person in every single aspect of life. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about how to become a man that women respect instantly. Right now, respect comes from how you carry yourself, not what you say. And how you carry yourself is a direct reflection of what you believe of yourself, right? So, how you carry yourself is also a direct reflection of what you think of yourself. And the very first and most important thing that matters with this topic is your body language. Now, the exact same thing that you did to get the woman that you were in a relationship with or in love with, whatever it is, you're talking with, or whatever it is, right? In this case, we're talking about in a relationship. The same things you did to win her over are the same things you're going to keep doing throughout the lifespan of the relationship, right? But most people, they stop, and that's what causes you to lose respect. Just because when you first met them, you were confident, most confident person, charming, respect yourself, you set boundaries, and you were just the person who you wanted to be. But the thing is, love sometimes makes people blind, and I'm here to teach you how to get women to instantly respect you and respect you throughout your relationship, whether you guys are married for 5 years or 50 years. And this tactics are just the surface level, and this will help you get through. This will be like a foundation to set the tone for your future relationship, to make sure that you get the respect you deserve. So I want to also make one thing very clear, before we move forward and talking about the body language topic that I brought up for number one. But if you have ever been cheated in the past, it's all your fault, right? It's your fault as a man. You gotta take accountability for it. If you were cheated on, it's your fault. Like, it's honestly your fault, because women crave attention, and you honestly know what they crave. You know what she craved, because when you first met her, you knew what sparked her interest, what got her to like you is what she needs to be getting throughout the relationship. So if she cheated on you, it's because you stopped doing something in one of those areas, right? You came off, maybe you might be like, oh, it wasn't like that when we first met. But no, you probably gave her that impression that you are like that, right? Or you are a certain way in a certain area, which you did not make clear, or you did not live up to that frame or that image she had of you in her head. And that's why, she obviously cheated eventually, right? So it's your fault. So let me talk about, all right, number one, body language from the time you meet them, right? You gotta have a solid body language. Stand tall, move slowly, make eye contact, and be very direct. Be a little charming, right? If you don't know how to be charming, I might make another video explaining how to be charming. Maybe, hopefully soon. You wanna have a good body language. You wanna be confident, respectful to yourself, and being respectful to yourself is obviously certain setting boundaries. You want to set boundaries. You want to say no. Don't be afraid to say no. A lot of guys get in a relationship with women, and they're afraid to say no, right? They're afraid to have the difficult or the uncomfortable conversations. You're supposed to have those conversations, right? And you're not supposed to explain yourself too much, right? So set boundaries. Set your boundaries, right? Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to have uncomfortable conversations. Matter of fact, you should want to have a lot of those, because that's how you set your boundaries earlier on, right? And don't over explain yourself, because you just look like a boy instead of a man. A man tells his woman what he wants, straight, direct. If needed to be elaborated, get straight to the point. There's no need to be venting. Venting are made for women, right? It's a feminine trait, I should say, right? So that's it right there. And then as well as you gotta have purpose, right? Because a lot of women, they want to feel secure. They want to feel like, hey, this person is actually after something. He's not just. You don't want to just be that one guy that's waiting for a relationship to happen, right? You have to have a purpose, right? You have to be busy building something bigger than yourself, right? And when you have a purpose, you naturally come off as more attractive because why? Your purpose comes first. Honestly, your purpose is the reason why you're living, right? It's the reason why you wake up every day and want to go hustle, go do whatever is it that you wake up every day and have that priority to go do. That's your purpose. You have to put your purpose first, right? For you or most men, it might be like, okay, you're working a job, put your job first, right? Your job is what pay the bills, what keep you afloat, and have something else that you're working on that's gonna make you even more income than what your job is currently, making you, or it's just something that you believe is, you're doing for the greater cause, right? Most Christian men they serve at their church. I'm just using that as an example, something that is not in the entrepreneurship field, right? It's okay. They go to work their 9 to 5 job, pays pretty good, pays them good enough, and they serve at their church. That's something that fulfills them, and that's their purpose, right? You want to put your purpose first and not the relationship first, because when you put the relationship first, especially in the early stages, right? You're chasing attention. It comes off as thirsty, right? Oh, this guy doesn't have anything. I'm not saying for you to act childish and play with games in the DMs and text messages or call, whatever, in communication. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying put your purpose first, because like women have the ability to read off that energy, right? So you need to obviously put your purpose first, right? Because yeah, that's really what you live for. That's what gets you going, right? And then putting your purpose first, obviously, like I said, they can read off that energy. And at the same time, is you are not. If it happened not to work out, you didn't waste too much of your energy chasing validation. And also, like, the constant wanting attention from women makes you look like a boy, and women can sense that and sense, oh, this guy's always responding, or always calling me, or always doing this, always want to hang out. Doesn't he have anything else to do with his time? That's how you come off as, right? So you want to chase your purpose, right? That's very important. Probably one of the most important out of all this. You want to have a solid body language, make eye contact direct when you speak, set boundaries. Like, don't over explain yourself. Right? Setting boundaries is also, I think I already explained that. You want to chase your purpose, not chase attention and chase the women that you're talking to. And as well as you want to have solid emotional control, right? So women obviously react to stuff, right? You don't want to be a reactive person. You want to be a responsive person, right? You want to respond. Remember, always keep in mind, don't over explain yourself, right? Have that emotional control that can, having that emotional control just shows that you're matured and you've done this before and you know how to balance her emotions, because women's emotions are all over the place. So yeah, you definitely want to have that, and also don't be someone that just, part of having emotional control is to not, like I said, not reacting. You want to respond, right? Now I'll give you an example. If she says something that triggers you, instead of going off, you don't even necessarily have to go off, but instead of you like reacting to it and saying, oh my gosh, like that hurt, like that honestly, I didn't like how you said that. That's you reacting to it. Now, how you respond to it and emotionally, like, matured, you say something along the lines like, hey, why don't you phrase that a little different next time, right? Now she's gonna ask, how would you want me to say it? And then you say how you want her to say it, and that's it, right? You're responding to the situation instead of reacting to it, because when you react to it, you come off as immature, and it's even better. Now, this persuasion, right, which you guys have not already, check out Art of Persuasion. Very important book. It's really good, not just for gaining respect as a man from women, but just in general, right? You feed people ideas. That's just an example, like the example that I just gave y'all. It's like you are making them, you're feeding an idea, right? Instead of you reacting and like going straight to the point. Oh, yeah, oh I didn't like that. What you said right there was rude. That's reacting. You're giving away feminine energy. You want to give masculine energy. You want to let them know, hey, yeah, next time, why don't you say, why don't you respond to that differently next time, right? Like, instead of saying that, how about you say this instead? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying, but how about you say it? Like, I see what you're saying, but you just slowly get your point across without coming off as reacting, right? You want the energy to be stable when you respond, but because when you react, the energy goes up and down, right? Whenever the energy comes from you, it has to be stable, but when it comes from her, obviously it's gonna be over the place, and it's just how women are. All right, I'm speaking to the fellas right now, right? So any women watching this, if you agree with what I'm saying, comment, drop it down in the comments. And the fifth is you want to be consistent, right? Same energy every day. Even when you're going through whatever, like your dog died, cat died, whatever, like, I don't care. Whatever it is that you're going through, maintain the same energy, masculine frame. As a man, that's how you if you want to constantly gain respect from your woman, that's just how you need to be, right? And you have to do all of these things every day, right? You want to have that body language. You want to have your boundaries, and don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to have those uncomfortable conversations. Matter of fact, you should want to have them more as often as possible, because you are reaffirming, like you come up as someone that has so much respect for themselves, and they're not afraid to walk away, right? If you become like, and at the same time, obviously, I know I didn't mention this, but you want to be able to protect, provide for your woman. That is just like a plus on top of all the 5 things that I just listed on here, right? Be after your purpose, have emotional control, be consistent with all of this every day, right? And yeah, like you come up as the man who is not afraid to walk away if anything doesn't go align with his purpose, right? But at the same time, you're playing your role as a man, and she's aware of it. That your energy brings her comfort. If you're playing all these roles right that I just explained, right, and you have that emotional control where you can balance her emotions without reacting to what she says. And then yeah, man, you honestly never have a reason, like, or if she was to cheat, you just walk away. That's honestly it. But if you apply all of this, you are always gonna get respect from your woman. It's almost impossible for you to apply all of this and still not achieve accomplish what you want to accomplish, which is getting that constant respect. The only way is if she's not mature yet to a certain level, which with that, there's not much you can do but just walk away. Eventually, when they grow up, they're going to realize that, oh, snap, I fucked up. And that's just really it. But the right woman is going to value you being after your purpose, being emotionally mature, having that respect for yourself, and the consistency that you give her every day, providing, protecting. Yeah. But yeah, with that being said, this is a little different. If you watch this all the way to the end, I appreciate you for doing that. Hope this was a little bit valuable to you. Go ahead, like, comment if everything I said in here made sense. If you got some value, drop a comment. Subscribe to the channel to help the algorithm. And with that being said, that's all I like to say. I'll see you guys at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace.